Question number 6 is asking me, after finishing the class, are you glad that you took this class? It's kind of asking me, what I recommended, what I think of the teacher, that kind of thing. I've mentioned this, before in some of my other answers, but I'll just kind of sum it up right now. I really did enjoy the class overall. I thought it was a great class. It was 1 day a week, which I was a little worried about at first. It was 3 hours long, but it ended up going by so fast. I didn't even know that it was, really that long of a class. I'm really glad that my group was, we worked together so well. And I was worried at first, again, because I can get shy, in groups. I didn't know if I was going to take a leadership position, but, it kind of just worked out that way. And I think it really benefited me. I really learned how to be a leader. I learned how to stand up for my group and kind of boss people around, which is really fun. I love Doc Chris's teaching style. I think he's really funny and, kind of helps people out, but he also steps aside and lets you do your own thing. There were times where I wished he would have helped out more, not with filming, because I think we did a great job filming by ourselves, but with the editing process, because there were times when I felt like I said before, my last question, that John was doing all the work for the editing, and it was really frustrating because, I wanted to be able to help, I wanted to be able to do something, but I felt like I couldn't. So I did feel stuck a lot of times, like the only thing that I could possibly do was, do the blog, do the Facebook, and so that was a little frustrating. I felt kind of stuck with that. Would I take the class again? Probably not, obviously, because I already took it already. But I think next video production class I take, I'd want to focus more on editing process, like I've said before, because it's really important to me to kind of get, a very good understanding of everything that has to do with video production, not just the blogging aspect, not just the editing aspect. So I'm glad that this class, kind of had both, but I wish it had more of the editing, and I wish we had, Mr. J and more, and I was kind of bummed that we only spent a little bit of time in our last class talking about how to put it on a DVD, so I think that's obviously very important, and so I felt like we didn't really get a full idea of how to do that, so a lot of things felt rushed sometimes, which I didn't like at all. So I don't know, I guess my suggestions, for you, Doc Chris, is that just next year, have a better plan. I mean, this is just part of your personality, kind of going with the flow, doing whatever, and I love that kind of attitude. I thought it was really good in the class, but I think it is good to have structure as well as being, kind of carefree. It's important to have a mixture of both. So I definitely think that, next year, if you teach this class again, that while it is very important, obviously, to learn the blogging and do that, that's not all the class is about. And it's important to have a little bit more structure with the class, because it is helpful that we do things by ourselves and learn how to be kind of hands-on and do things in the field. But it's also important that you kind of teach us how to do that to be independent. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but if you have any questions, I can definitely explain that to you later. But overall, it was a great class. I really learned a lot. Like I said, about reflecting on myself. I learned that I'm definitely a really good leader. I learned that I'm actually a lot better at blogging than I thought. So just a lot of things that I learned about myself that really benefited me. So I think overall, it was a great class. I would definitely recommend it to my friends. I'm trying to check to see if I did everything. So I think that's pretty much everything. Alright, so that's my answer to question number 6.